Well, welcome to this month's meditation. This is Deborah and David Shea. We are so glad that you're going to take time out in your busy schedule to join us during this meditation. And this month, we're going to do things a little different. Normally, I play music at the beginning when we're centering, and also sometimes before the meditation or during this special place of beauty, and then the closing. And the music and the sound helps us connect to the music of the spheres, also helps us connect to our still voice within us and connect with the divine. But there are other ways that we can connect without the music. We can just go within the silence. The silence, even though it seems like it's silence, it really has this quality of music behind it, because then we can hear that still voice within us. We can hear the call of God or the divine. We can hear our angels and our guides talking, and also be able to connect to the heavenly realms. So during this monthly meditation, we will be doing silence between the times when I normally play a musical instrument. So with that said, and keeping that intention in the back of your mind, go ahead and go within and let go of all the worries of the day. And just be still in the silence and connect with your true being and connect with your guides and the divine, and prepare yourself for the meditation to follow. And when you are ready, bring yourself back to the outer world, centered and grounded and open and connected to receive the energies that the divine and your guides have for you during this meditation.
Again, welcome to the monthly meditation. This is David, and we're so glad you could join us. The title of this meditation is The Gates of Heaven, but it's so much more, as you will see. Some spiritual groups talk about the crystal city, or celestial city, in the etheric realm, where most of the buildings, temples, cathedrals, and other enormous structures are crystalline in nature, as if made of glass. Even the streets there glisten brightly. The crystal city exists at a high place in the etheric realm, where angels, light beings, and other celestial residents from faraway dimensions often frequent. Likewise, the kingdom of heaven is talked about extensively in the New Testament of the Bible. Jesus used parables to illustrate its wondrous nature. In chapter 21 of the book of Revelation, John shared his experience as he was shown by the divine the new heaven and new Jerusalem, replacing the old. It is almost as if he experienced the unfoldment of the new heaven as an extension of his own being. Clearly, it was a powerfully vicarious vision for him, given the detail in which he wrote about it. However, with all of the spiritual symbology used by the divine during this revelation, we may be left wondering what heaven is really like, or even if it exists as it is frequently thought of and talked about. As an example, in our early youth, we may have envisioned heaven through a child's imagination, seeing it as an extension of our own playful nature. As we matured into adulthood, our view of the nature of heaven probably became replaced and updated with perspectives and understandings that reflected our increased life experiences, spiritual knowledge, maturity, and growth. People who have had near-death experiences, for example, or NDEs as they are called, talk about their own experience of the afterlife when they visited heaven, what we call the etheric realm. Without exception, each of them had such an intense, life-altering, lucid experience while visiting heaven that they were never the same as they were before. After their NDE experience, many of them quit their high-paying professions to seek simpler, more spiritual lives. Now, it goes without saying that the etheric realm is beyond vast. It is indeed infinite. There are an endless number of experiences available there, as well as countless places to visit. That is one of the reasons so many different religions and spiritual teachings talk about the afterlife and what heaven looks like in so many different ways. With that said, our focus today is to explore the heavenly forms and landscapes as described in the Bible, because those classic images of heaven spoken of in the Bible truly do exist, very much resembling the structures and forms as we think of them. The pearly gates and glistening walls surrounding the kingdom of heaven are only the beginning of what exists in the spiritual panorama described in the Bible. Just as John in the book of Revelation, we may find that the heaven we think of, with the pearly gates and glistening walls, as well as all that extends beyond them, are made of the same fabric as our own sacred, ethereal being. As we approach, then pass through the gates of heaven and the vast kingdom that extends beyond them during this meditation, let us experience this ultimate, wondrous utopia through our own connection to it. When we do, our awareness may expand, only to find that the philosophies and teachings of other religions, their spiritual practices, as well as their descriptions and images of the afterlife, are also true for those who are called to follow them, just as the Bible is true for those who hear its call. During this meditation, you will be going to your special place of beauty, where you will spend some time enjoying its fragrance and splendor. From there, you will go to the sacred circle, which acts as a portal where you may see or visit any place in creation. You will become part of a beautiful scene where you will be transported to a great cathedral. Once in the cathedral, you will meet 3 angels who will introduce themselves to you. Then the ceiling of the cathedral will open, revealing the heavens above. Together, the 3 angels will guide you upwards until you reach the kingdom's threshold, where you will stand before the gates of heaven and surrounding sacred walls. Once there, you will be greeted by a well-known spiritual teacher or saint. After becoming acquainted, your spiritual teacher, along with the 3 angels, will help you discover and unite with 3 distinct places beyond the gates, deep within this hallowed, walled sanctuary of heaven. During this exploration, you will see and experience wondrous scenes, vistas, and places, and meet with those who dwell within the remote expanses located within the vast gated sanctuary of the kingdom of heaven. Then you will be given time to immerse yourself in divine energies of the kingdom and commune with all that dwells there, or explore further if you wish. Let us take a moment before we begin. Relax as you sit comfortably. Your energy flows more smoothly if your legs and arms are not crossed. And as always, yes, the lotus position is just fine. With your eyes closed, inhale deeply and hold your breath. Then exhale with a sigh. Breathe normally in between deep breaths. Feel your body begin to relax. Any tension just flows away. Inhale deeply again and hold your breath. Then exhale with a sigh. Feel yourself going deeper as your body begins to tingle. As each muscle relaxes, you are infused with a sense of soothing and permeating calmness. Feel the warmth of blood filling the capillaries and spreading throughout your body. I am going to count backward from 15 to 1. As you go even deeper. 15, 14, 13, 12. Deeper and deeper. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Feel yourself going deeper and deeper. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are now extremely relaxed, safe, secure, and comfortable. Your body is floating in a state of complete calm and peace. Imagine yourself in your special place of beauty. You might be wandering through a forest, smelling the scent of the trees, tiptoeing through an enchanted jungle, rambling along a quiet stream, exploring mountaintops, walking by the ocean and feeling the sand beneath your feet, or sitting quietly in a beautiful meadow, inhaling the sweet aroma of wild flowers. Once more, you become aware of yourself in your special place of beauty. Your attention is drawn to a large sacred circle, a short distance from where you are. You go over to see it up close. As you look upon its perfection, you become aware that it serves as both a holographic viewing area and a portal that you can use to see and visit other places and realms. Slowly, an image begins to form in the middle of the circle. Misty at first, It slowly forms into an immense cathedral with a softly glowing golden essence. You step into the scene and instantly find yourself in the cathedral. Listen to the celestial choir joyfully singing. Feel the peace, love, and serenity in this wonderful place. The walls of the cathedral softly emanate with love, glowing with a warmth that fills your heart. You then notice before you 3 angels who are somehow linked with one another. The 3 angels simultaneously look deep into your eyes as they welcome you. You can feel their love pouring into your heart. Spend some time getting to know these beautiful beings of the angelic realm. The celestial choir that has been singing all of this time gently moves into silence. You notice that all of those present in the cathedral begin to look upward toward the ceiling. You look up to see what is happening. You notice that the ceiling slowly begins to fade into invisibility. At the same time, the three angels slowly move to surround you in a gentle, slow motion. Finally, the ceiling fades into invisibility as the radiance of heaven and the wondrous vistas radiate into the cathedral, filling everyone and everything with the love and joy of heaven. Slowly, you start rising upward along with the three angels. Moment by moment, you rise ever higher into the heavenly scene above. You can feel your body and being transformed by the rising frequency and intensity of the energies of this realm. As your body and being are absorbing the surrounding energies, your being's energies and essence are also being absorbed by them, like a symbiotic ebb and flow between you. In the next moment, you find yourself standing before the gates of heaven, with walls that go to the left and to the right, as far as you can see. Both the gates and the walls were handmade by the divine, imbued with a transcendent, sanctified nature. The radiating beauty of both the gates of heaven and the sanctuary walls are sublime. Perhaps mesmerized by the gates of heaven and the endless walls, you suddenly recognize that before you is standing a well-known spiritual teacher, possibly a saint or avatar. The spiritual being guide introduces itself as you both become acquainted. The being then points at the gates of heaven and tells you to look beyond them. You can see a beautiful garden that goes deep and wide, well beyond your visual field. Your spiritual being guide waves its arms, and the gates of heaven begin to open. Each of the three angels flies to a point at nearby facets of the gates and walls to draw your attention to them. You are urged to see each of the features up close as the gates continue to open wider. Feel your connection to everything around you. Each place and thing the angels pointed to has a special meaning for you. Your spiritual being guide walks past the gate opening and moves further inside the walls and into one of the paths of the extensive gardens. The being says, "Everything in heaven embodies and lives from its own essence. A rose lives from its rose essence and shares itself with all who pass by. Explore and see for yourself how every plant, statue, water fountain, everything lives from the divine energies of its own nature." Sure enough, as you approach one of the flowers or ornamental elements of heaven's garden, it gently encourages you to communicate with it, with your being, mind, and essence, as it lovingly shares itself with you. The spiritual being guide says, "Take some time to walk around and see this wondrous garden of the Divine Mother and Divine Father. The angels will assist you as needed." Your spiritual being guide says, it is time to go further into the kingdom of heaven sanctuary. Now open your heart to the endless possibilities available to you here. Seek now that which awaits you in the kingdom of the divine for you to see and experience. The being waves its arms as the scenery of the garden fades, and another heavenscape and panorama, chosen by your heart, suddenly appears and fully surrounds you. The spiritual being guide says, look around. What do you see? What do you feel? Connect with all that surrounds and envelops you here. The being continues. The threads and energies of your being are woven into creation. You and your being are an intertwined part of everything around you. All that you see reflects facets, aspects, as well as reflections of your own being's nature. The spiritual being guide turns, then looks deeply into your eyes and asks, can you feel yourself as a connected part of all that you see around you? It will. Every moment here further imbues you with the essence of this kingdom of heaven sanctuary. There are many spiritual beings who live and dwell here. They know why you have come, beyond even your own knowing. Now spend some time connecting, communing, and exploring with everything and everyone here, with the awareness that everything in creation is truly one, as you are with creation. Ask the three angels for help if you wish. The spiritual being guide speaks as it raises its arms upward. At the call of the Divine Mother and Father, you are now going to first visit their divine castle and then see their throne room. Once again, the spiritual being guide waves its arms as the current scenery and panorama before you fades, and a new scene and heavenscape appears. You can feel within your being that you are in the center of the Kingdom of Heaven sanctuary. Look around. What do you see? What does it look like here? Where is the Divine Father and Mother's castle? Is it situated on the ground? Perhaps floating in the air? Or located somewhere else? As before, spend some time connecting, communing, and exploring with everything and everyone, especially the castle of the divine. The angels excitedly fly toward the castle. The spiritual being guide speaks. Do you wish to see the throne room inside the castle of the Divine Mother and Father? Of course you say yes. Once again, with a wave of the arms of the spiritual being guide, you find yourself situated in the main throne room of the Father and Mother. Are there other angels present? Archangels? Winged seraphim angels? Perhaps other beings? What do the thrones look like? Are the Mother and Father present? If so, they will appear in a manner that will allow you to be in their presence. The being says, explore as you are guided. Observe the assistance of the angels, especially the winged seraphim angels, as they are protectors of the throne. The spiritual being guide says, It is time to leave the throne room. Once more, open your heart to the ideal place to go in the kingdom of Heaven's sanctuary. No sooner do you choose a place with your heart, as that scene and heavenscape surround you. Take some time to immerse yourself within the divine energies and all that dwells within this sacred gated sanctuary within the kingdom of heaven. You may further explore if you wish. You become aware of yourself once again in the cathedral. Thank your spiritual being guide, the angels, and the divine for this exploration and immersion into the kingdom of heaven and for the guidance and wisdom in your life. The being conducts a farewell ceremony. When you are ready, project yourself back to the outer world, feeling free and released, aligned, centered and grounded, and fully aware of your intertwined connection to the kingdom of heaven sanctuary. You are aware of the guidance and wisdom in your life and are filled with a sense of peace, love, joy, and harmony. When you are ready, return gently to the outer world. All right. For those who like to journal, this is a good point that you can go ahead, press pause on this recording, journal whatever it is you have experienced, and take the time to put it in detail. And then when you're ready, press play again as we will close today's ceremonial meditation. All right, well, welcome back for those who are journaling and those who are obviously deep in meditation. As always, it's so important after we meditate, we are so wide open, our auric field expands. My friend used to call it becoming poofy, which is what it really looks like for those who see auras. Anyway, before we go out and interact even with our own family, but especially the world, we don't want to take on their negative connection, their negativity or anything of a discordant nature. So many of you will be familiar with this, but we're going to walk through it for those who are not. So imagine now a bubble going all around your body, above your head, beneath your feet, the width of your aura, however wide you see that, just that's how big the bubble is. See it, visualize it, intend it, and it will happen. As we always say, intention alone will make this happen for those who aren't necessarily visual in their nature. Now see that bubble being filled with white light from far above, from infinity, filling both the bubble and your body with luminous white light. The light of protection, the light of love, sometimes referred to as the Christ light. Nothing of a discordant nature can touch you, As it approaches, it will either dissolve or bounce off, sometimes both. Again, it is the light of protection, the light of love. Now on the outside of that bubble, see a thin layer, however thick you see it, of indigo blue. The spiritual armor of light. It's an added layer of protection. Especially useful for those who know us, who kind of have that inner connection with us that we're not always aware of. It adds an extra layer there so that their stuff, if it's negative, does not come in. Now imagine a shaft of light at the width of your aura, starting at the level of your heart or heart chakra, going down through your feet and anchoring in the center of the earth. Again, see it, visualize it, intend it, and it will happen. This connects us with Mother Earth, keeps us grounded, allows things that, especially as stuff comes up, old baggage, we call it discordant attachments, however you think of it, as it comes up from the depths of our subconscious or from our past, it can be absorbed and transmuted into light by beautiful Mother Earth. It allows us to do our day-to-day activities, stay centered and grounded in our daily life on our spiritual journey. Now see beautiful Mother Earth energies coming up through your feet, into your body and swirling around, further connecting you more finely with the essence of Mother Earth. Once again, see another shaft of light, the width of your aura, starting at the level of your heart or heart chakra, however you think of it, going up through your head, through the layers of your being, traversing through the center of the universe, and anchoring in the center of creation. Visualize it, intend it, see it, and it will happen. Intention alone, again, will make it happen. This connects us with our higher guidance, our high self, our guides, the etheric realm, and the divine. This allows us to stay centered, spiritually guided in the moment as we walk through our daily sojourn, while simultaneously being anchored to Mother Earth, being able to do the daily activities required of us in our regular life. Now imagine a shaft of light coming down from the center of creation, down through the center of the universe, through the layers of your being, down through your head, through your crown chakra, into your body, swirling and mixing with Mother Earth energy, and going down through your feet into Mother Earth to be gently absorbed. Again, this allows us to be centered in our higher spiritual connection with our guides, the divine, our high self, and other light beings, angels, archangels, and simultaneously grounded to Mother Earth, to be spiritually guided and grounded at the same time. This is the walk of the Masters. And now let's just take a few moments in the silence, as Deborah talked about, to connect with that beautiful heavenly experience we did in this meditation, to connect with those energies, those places we visited. Let our being connect with all that is. I will be silent for a few moments. And now, as we go out and walk into our daily life once again, blessings, light, and love from Deborah and I. Namaste.